So this is SBO 3 Togeki, as it's known. I think this in some ways was like the peak of the game, 2005 to 2009.
In terms of like just people watching and stuff, or
I mean, that was when all the big guys were like kind of at the age where they were playing all the time. And like,
yeah,
now these days it's like a lot of these guys are 35 to 41, 42 years old. And it's like, it's hard for them to be out there grinding. But these dudes are all like prime video game age.
right. I don't
This
know,
is
man.
new.
Definitely not in terms of the skill level, but like,
No, and you'll see absolutely that there's going to be variations in terms of like combo choices from your end at least, and then I imagine Chun in 2005 might not have the same lightning leg pressure that you would have
yeah,
in 2021.
and just strategies too. Like now I think Nuki would have just spam short spinning bird kick and lightning legs and just things like that weren't kind of like in vogue yet.
Let's see how Pierre. So Pierre is known as like the super solid Urian, sort of like the Rue for Rue played Urian, where he's kind of no nonsense, straightforward.
Is that the right way to go, you think?
Against Chun, it's hard, man, because Chun is just a better version of that style of Urian. Like she can play solid and patient and footsie oriented way better than Urian can.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I think you might need a little bit of nasty with Urian.
For
Gotta
sure.
get a little wily.
Especially in a matchup like this. I mean, this is best of one, so you don't have to come out here and try to win this long set with solid gameplay. Like Urian can catch us something, but you can see Nuki's just too wise to it.
Yeah. Thing with Nuki though, man, he just doesn't. He's just so precise. Like it's hard to make him whiff.
You played Nuki?
I played Rick and Maru, but I've like seen, yeah, like I've seen people like play Nuki and not get him to whiff one button. Like everything connects all the time, and yeah, he just has like he's just a sharpshooter. Look at that. See, everything's just kind of hitting.
Max range stand fierce, there's really nothing and that's that jump route or that stand roundhouse that leaves the ground. It's actually an interesting move. Kuroda was talking about how it's airborne, similar to like Remy's cold blue kick.
Yeah.
That's why the parry is more difficult.
Oh, I see.
The game registers it as an air parry rather than a ground parry.
Right, so you get less frames. You get less window. A shorter window,
Like, they use micro movements. Frankie and I played on cab for the first time in a long time last week, and you can see Nuki's micro stepping. Like, see that?
Yeah.
That's nearly impossible to replicate online. That kind of subtlety and nuance.
Yeah, no, it's not. You won't be able to, really. There's just certain...
It's an element of the game that people just don't recognize as even part of the game.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like... And... like those those subtle movements online would be choices that you would have to make. You know what I mean? Like like all the nuances kind of thrown away a little bit online.
Like, look at the way he just stood there.
Yeah,
he knows the exact range of all of Hugo's moves, and he knows that his stand fierce is stronger than all of them.
Right.
He can space. But that kind of subtlety and movement, I don't think it could be achieved in 200 ping.
No, it wouldn't work just because like Hugo could just like walk up sweep and you can't really react to that, right? So if you're like in this perfect range, it kind of doesn't exist a little bit.
It was cool he used the roundhouse there because it's throw invincible.
Yeah.
But he got into really close range next to Hugo and he hit that button knowing that it can't be 360 or Giga. YSP doesn't play Gigas, but.
Damn, man. No wonder this game died. Look at this shit.
And this was around the time where Nuki was coming to the U.S. in 2005 and just winning Evo over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if the Japanese can't handle it, he was on a flight over to Las Vegas a couple weeks after this, I'm sure, and we couldn't handle it either. I mean, I was in middle school, so I certainly couldn't handle it. But
It's crazy, man. Like just to think that they've been doing all this, like, for such a long time, man.
it's fascinating. When
2005, man. This is 16 years ago.
16, I mean, the overwhelming majority. I started playing in 2005, and by playing, I don't mean playing anywhere near the level that is necessary to improve. I was just literally throwing my first fireballs.
No, right, yeah.
He's already playing with Chun-Li that would dominate me today 10-0. Like, if you took a 2005 Nuki, I would have no answers for him. People, the top comment's gonna be the Discord notification. I already had it on my YouTube videos.
It's okay.
People are like, I thought I got a Discord notification. I swear, and people still talk about it. They can't watch that one video because they lose their mind.
Dude, what happened to this fucking showman shit, man?
I just heard a Discord notification.
Huh? I didn't. I didn't. So I think we're good.
It's definitely on my side. How is that possible? I don't know. But you're right, the showmanship.
Dude, what happened to it? I think I kind of fell in love with the game partly because of that too. I was like, oh shit, like do I have this to look forward to if I get good enough?
You went 2017, 2019?
Yeah. I went 2 years in a row. So it would have been 2017, 2018. Yeah. Then I missed 2019.
The showmanship and the entrances and the flames and the smoke and the big screens, that wasn't there, right?
No. Just the red carpet walk. I think this all kind of died down with SBO.
In some ways, this was the peak of the game in terms of its importance and the prestige of it all. And these are young enough guys to be like fully dedicated.
Yeah.
Kokujin, I don't think he's out there grinding the way that he was for this. You know, he's probably just sort of like rolls in and plays for a week to get ready.
And Hayao, you know, breaking barriers so early on. You know,
a living legend.
Yeah, man. You know what? I think you're right, man. I think SBO itself was like the peak. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know because I never went to SBO or co-op.
Me
but
neither.
My understanding is that SBO is more of like the who's the best player in the world, the best couple of players, and co-op is more of like, we love this game, let's have a great time and play and see who the best. You know, it has more of like a community feel to it, where this has more of like a brutal competition feel to it.
No, I mean it is, and you know what I think it was. It's like, you know, the way that the tournament itself was structured is like arcades against arcades. You know, like every arcade had a representative kind of in the tournament, and that's how it was like determined. You know, except for like the last chance qualifiers, where you know, all the free agents were kind of, you know, scrambling to get in, but pretty much everybody's representing an arcade, and you could see it like when teams win, like they'll like run to like 7 or 8 dudes that are there from the arcade, you know. So it's definitely more of a, I don't know, is what you said, like a blood sport a little bit, you know.
It's amazing, and this was a unique SBO. They're usually 3v3. This was a
right.
2v2.
Yeah.
So you have Kokujin and KO, and then you have Kuroda and Max Hart, or I guess Hayao had a different name, because that's not, my katakana is not very strong, but it doesn't say, that's not his common name. So
no, I think I think that might just be the team name above it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Max Hato.
I don't know.
Max Hato. Oh man.
Is that what it says?
No, I just read Max Hart, but like how they'd say it.
This is an interesting matchup. So I play Yan and I play Q as sort of the joke side characters. This is the matchup where Q actually, I feel, does better than most people would expect.
No, I think he does really good actually. Like not winning the matchup, but like, you know, just the way that the moves interact a little bit, and like the damage that Q can get out. That was a bad example of what we were talking about.
I have faith. I have faith in Kuroda. Kuroda's chilling like a villain.
He's chilling, man. This guy's stone cold, man.
So this is one of those matchups where SA2 as Q is a requirement, just because of the one-hit damage and the amount of unbelievable game-ending potential.
Yeah, and the startup is really fast too. Like you can't safe jump SA2 the way you can against SA1.
Yeah, I think that's some foreshadowing for how he lands the SA2 in this match.
Oh, try to throw him too late.
This is a pre-taunt Q. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Ooh, KO's such a wild boy, man.
I guess I had my memory all messed up.
He plays so crazy.
I thought that, where's the match where Kuroda makes the... Wow, he just got smoked. He's looking like straight Dr. Stealing around here in a fucking online tournament.
Oh, man.
That was unfortunate, but Hayao's got it covered.
Yeah, Hayao does some sick shit here.
He think this is the match I'm remembering with the crazy red parries on target combo.
Yeah, I think so too. Shit. Wait, is it? I don't know.
I remember Kuroda having a ridiculous... Yeah, maybe it was a Cooperation Cup. I don't know. They all blend together. With 21 years of footage.
I don't know, man, because now I'm a little confused because I remember K. Was it KO? Okay, yeah. KO is teamed with Kokujin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is it for sure. He does some sick shit. I think he loses the first round. Hayao does. I think he does. It's been so long. But then he does all the sick red parry shit. Oh, sick. Forget it. That was godlike.
It's pretty rare for people to recognize those situations off the airborne clap. Big Nasty's quite good at snapping those here in the US.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only character I think Hayao plays, so. And if you watch him play like in person, like Hayao's always spinning. He's always spinning the stick. Like he's always anticipating, like, you know, for them to parry one of his attacks and then he'll just go right into 360. So I think he's just like
his
more.
Performance in France, that was sick. Oh, yeah. He missed it. So he buffered the 360 or the 720 in that crouch light kick.
Yeah.
Nice.
This shit's got to be scary for Yun, man. That was sick.
Now the memories are flooding back.
I think he loses this, but then he closes it out in the third game, I think. This shit's so scary for Yun. Oh no!
I love it. Look at
fucking so love Hayao, dude.
It's just incredible. This matchup, Dudley Hugo's on paper is supposed to be very, very bad for Hugo.
Yeah.
Dudley's buttons just sort of eat up a lot of Hugo's forward pressure.
Yeah, and then the jump arc is just too much, man. There's a lot to deal with. Because Dudley's jump is so cheap already that for somebody big like Hugo, he can't really press anything. He just gets jumped in on. He's got to like stay there. You see this? He's got to stay there.
The way that so like this style that Kokujin's using, this like max range pokes, jumping in, jumping out, keeping his distance.
Fuck.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So that move, you're gonna get taken up a lot by that as well.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to buffer back roundhouse into EX machine gun blow. It only goes out if it connects, and it's only gonna connect if they get whiff punish.
Yeah, if they try to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what. See, he's not pressing any pokes on the ground because if Dudley jumps, it's over. And then he gets that anti-air every time. He's done that. I think he does that shit like 4 times in this set.
There it is again. Yep.
This shit's hard.
It's super hard.
I hope he lands Gigas. I forgot. Ooh, that buffer, that power up.
Yeah, that helps.
This shit is so hard. I like that little jab though.
Third strike crouching moves are not commonly used as anti-airs, but they do have some use.
Yeah. Good tech. That jump, man, is too good.
I like this. So everyone thinks about Kokujin as like the rush down Dudley, right? But
no.
If you play on only one style, I mean, just look at who he's facing. He's facing Andre the Giant. There's no reason, whatever your character is. Oh, nice. And that's high level because he couldn't get Gigas on block.
Yeah. No, you're right though. I think like you got to be able to adjust like the way you play, you know, and that's the thing too about this game, right? Is that like Hugo is like this super low tier character, but it's like if you don't come at him correct, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna die quick too.
All the time, new Urian players are like, "How do I beat Hugo?" And it's like on paper, you know, you watch the Twitch monsters, and they're watching a Hugo Urian like, "This is an 8-2 matchup." No, it's first of all, it's absolutely not. There's no 8-2 matchups in Third Strike. And also, like, if you pick a poor strategy and you play into the opponent character's strengths,
right?
I don't care what the numbers say. If you're always inside Hugo's 360 range, it's in his favor.
Yeah, you're gonna have to guess. Literally, like every decision.
Kokujin's making this hard because he's just outside.
Right, he's just chilling. He's out there.
Hayao's still fighting.
He's still in there. He's as bad as this looked this whole time. He's like 1 Gigas away from winning.
I think he needs like maybe 1 sweep and a Gigas.
I think he loses to that stupid anti-air again, man. It's too good. It's so crazy, right? Like, I don't know. I keep going back to this, but it's like that was sick.
Tech.
Oh my god, that was it,
Oh,
man.
no, the trade.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Did he red pair? You can't see because it went away. But
Yeah, that's brutal. Fuck, dude.
you know, Hayab's got that in his hands to red pair
Yeah.
the rest of the court. That was a super risky choice, actually, by Tokujin.
That's sick. Damn, man.
The sportsmanship, I like that.
Yeah, so close though. Shit.
We have a surprise guest appearance from one of the greatest Street Fighter players of all time.
Umehara?
Umehara-san.
Umehara-san.
This was Umenuki, which was the
Umenuki.
powerhouse. Right. You know, it's very easy for revisionist history to look back at Daigo and say, oh, he wasn't that great at third strike, and he just did the parry. The guy could absolutely play.
Look at that baby Deshkin, man. That's a pre-evolved Deshkin right there.
You'll see, we were only one game away from seeing a Daigo Deshkin mirror match.
That would've been sick. Almost had it too.
There's no known footage of them playing, right?
No, I don't think so.
Imagine they've played, because Daigo had nothing but incredibly nice things to say about Deshkin and how strong he was when they did the
Kimono Michi, yeah. Shit's crazy,
and that's
man.
one of the cool things about Japan is, like, there's probably, I mean, there's absolutely thousands and thousands of matches that are just lost in, you know, basement of an arcade that there was never recorded. One of the greatest games of all time. We only get to see probably 1% of all the great games ever played.
Probably less than that. Yeah, I know. And then the way that we used to get it back in the day was just one game at a time. You know how many matches go down, and we only get like one of one night between two players.
We were at next level the other day. There were 9 hours of matches played. None of it was recorded.
It's crazy, man. Just to think. Damn, look at Daigo. He's like a fucking J-pop star or something.
This was cool Daigo. This was the phase where Daigo just takes your girl. He sleeps on a park bench. He wakes up. He takes your girl, and he wins Evo.
So yeah, you got the Rastafari thing going on too. Got that vegan hat.
Looks like a guy who could definitely cook a Beyond Burger.
He cooks the shit out of a mushroom, dude.
A Beyond Burger, dude. Give you them sweet potato fries on the side.
Oh shit. Damn, Nuki, man. He always got that smile on his face.
He knows that he's better than you.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's definitely a sociopathic smile.
Go Yang?
I guess? I don't know.
There's not a name that actually stuck around. I mean, he's not known in sort of the legacy of Yang as one of the Yangs, but I imagine. What area of Japan is Deshkin from?
Kyushu.
Kyushu, that's where RB is from and Ushi is from.
It's like the Florida of Japan.
Interesting. So I guess Go was the Yang of the time from that region. Similar to what you were talking about, how these, the arcade representatives, like this team of Deshken and Go, are not from an area of Japan that's anywhere near Tokyo.
Right.
So these guys probably don't have a lot of history playing each other.
Yeah, and then the styles are really different too. The Tokyo players are so turtly, very careful players. The Kyushu guys go in. They don't give a fuck. They played this game like this. Got trained by Ahmed over there, man.
I love it.
If
you look at Deshken and Ushi and RB, all of them have that sort of go style.
Yeah, man. Hit the Nas. Look at that shit. He just teleported in. So what the fuck? I gotta work for? Yeah.
That's one of the strongest techniques Yang has, is the dive kick, crouch short, EX slash.
Yeah, it's
whether you jump, dive kick, or it lands.
Yeah, it's tough. That's always a tough thing to like deal with Yang, just because he's always like it's hard to see when he's negative. So it's like if you don't parry that dive kick, then you're pretty much guessing. Because then it's a spacing thing too. It's not even about like the numbers. It's like, if you're not close enough to make that, a throw land, then that crouch short is just gonna blow you up. Damn, look at baby Deshkin, man.
This was rehashed in the first to 10.
Yeah, that's right. guy always had that shit in him. Fucking in there. Look at him, he's a little calm.
I like that. So there's this misconception that when you have the corner, you have to pressure.
Yeah.
Dashken has an advantage, had a life lead, and he took a step back under the timer to control Nuki and to not overextend.
Yeah, I think it might have been a little fear, maybe, but I think that there's something to that for sure. Like, I don't know if, like, you kind of let Chun off the hook like that, on Wake Up. But, I mean, it worked out for him, obviously. But, like, maybe after the first thing doesn't work. Yeah.
Sort of, and that's kind of the delicate balance of, like, if you have a large life lead, you don't want to pressure too hard, but you don't want to lock yourself in the corner. And it's like, if you have an advantage, you don't want to press it to the point where you get reversal, but you don't want to give them so much room that they escape.
Right. And that was, like, on the verge of being too pansy. That was sick.
That's really nice.
I like how calm he's playing.
It's kind of a refreshing change.
Yeah. Probably slipped him a Quaalude or something. Fucking Nuki.
2005, you might still be able to get a Quaalude. So that was an interesting bait on some level, right? So that sweep was supered by Nuki. He would have won the round.
Right.
He would have lost one of the bars.
Yeah.
So that was a risky sweep, which on paper is, of course, punishable by super, but this is a 3-round fight.
Right.
And he was trying to get Nuki to only have 1 bar, because now Nuki at full power, you're just
That's
2
tough.
guesses away from death. But Nuki didn't take the bait.
Right. Some high-level shit. So Nuki's a lord, man. Look at him. He's just standing there.
That's similar to what we saw with the Heian match. He knows his ranges.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. He was dead set on dashing in, but... Fuck, it's so hard to deal with. Oh, fuck.
It's Bird. Look at that. The balls to do that in grand finals of SBO. And Ken has look at him, EX legs. This is not something you would see.
Oh, fuck. Again. Ah, that sucks. That always sucks.
I mean,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, everyone who plays in this, in tournaments in the U.S. has those moments where it's like, man, I wish I just hit the short super, or I wish I didn't drop the combo. Like, this happens at the world level.
Yeah, man.
And if he got that short super, he would have had the Oki and could have potentially, with some crazy mix-up, finished him off, but he missed it, and here we are. No one's above dropping a combo.
Yeah, I think that's what makes Third Strike exciting a little bit, is that there's so many like fundamental things that in the heat of the moment are really hard to do. And you can drop almost anything in this game. Like, it doesn't matter how simple it seems. Where, I don't know, maybe I know this for a fact because I fucking play these games on some level, is that like in the newer games you don't really see drops like that very often. Like, things are so flow charted, for the players, and it's easy, like execution's a little bit easier, a little bit more forgiving, that you don't really get those moments of like high tension shit, where so like
true. Something as simple as short super.
Yeah, it's fundamental, man.
Sure. But it's fundamental for Third Strike, but that's a technique that in the Street Fighter V would be considered extremely challenging.
Probably,
for
yeah.
Third Strike, that would be a pretty basic technique that you need to be able to do as a Ken player extremely reliably.
Yeah, but then even then it's like hard to do, right? Like in these high leverage moments. So that's what I've.
Yeah, I thought it was Grand Finals. This is actually Grand Finals.
Yeah. Like I think that's why Third Strike could look so like so frantic sometimes. Like, even at the highest level, it's like you're still missing. Like, you could still miss a bunch of basic shit in a round.
For sure. I mean, I watch RB all day, every day, and he's known for having the best execution with Urian in the world, and he drops things left and right.
Mm-hmm.
He just keeps going. He's also trying the most challenging execution that Urian can do over and over again. You give him any position, and he's trying to do the single hardest thing he can do for max damage every single time.
Yeah, I think he just clowns at this point.
I think he's just having a good time.
Yeah. KO is an interesting guy to be around over there.
You had the opportunity to play a lot of games with KO, right?
Yeah, and them and Kokujin and Yakun and them. Kokujin's fun to be around, man. He's like this. He's like a crazy cousin.
Some
KO.
amazing videos.
Yeah.
Kokujin just screaming at
Scotty.
Scotty is free.
Scotty.
Scotty is free.
Yeah, KO gives me like prudish aunt vibes, you know. Like he's like an aunt.
Stories that he used to.
It's like a disappointing aunt.
Did he live in the arcade at one point?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask him about his.
He had a room in the back of, I don't know if it was Newton or Versus, that he played all day and then he would sleep.
I believe it. I didn't hear anything about that, but I believe it. This guy's a machine.
I mean, you don't reach the level. So, like, I know how much I play. And these guys are a whole lot better. And it's like, I just don't believe that these guys casually got this good.
No. Concerted.
It took unbelievable amount of dedication to reach this pinnacle.
Yeah. Living in sewers and shit.
Yeah. A lot of money, too. That's the other misconception about Third Strike. We play for free. It only happens on, Chun and Oro that Kingdom Blow will whiff?
Yeah. Yeah, she's too short. Yeah, she's way too short. And Oro, too. I think Oro's too short to get hit with that. That's what kind of makes this thing hard. I don't know if, like, now people rather go for, like, the ducking under.
Yeah, that seems to be a pretty standard.
Yeah, I think that's, like, the route that people go to now. But, like, back then, like, people weren't doing that. Like, they were just taking the hit. They were just like, all right, this is this. So they would just do stand around house into ducking. Yeah, Nuki, man, he has like this wall, like he's like a wall that's closing in. Like that's how he plays.
I mean, with Chun's buttons, you can create like a force field around her.
Yeah.
I've been playing a fair amount of Chun, sort of as a goof, and it's been kind of eye-opening just how much advantage she has in pretty much every matchup.
All the time, right?
Especially this matchup. I mean, this is an unbelievably difficult matchup for Dudley.
I think it's not too difficult just because, like,
Ooh, not like this.
That sucks. That was probably.
There's your execution right there.
Yeah, that EX upper, man.
Look at that face. Oh, I know that face. You get that face every night on Fightcade, my friend.
No, yeah, the thing about this matchup is that, like, the set play is just really fucked up. And, like, Nuki is something special. But Kokujin rapes Chun-Li when he plays over there, man. Like when I've seen him play.
One land that was the Kuroda idea that one landed Kanipon can change the Ken Dudley match. So I imagine.
Yeah.
When I play against Dudley as Chun, if I get hit with the Kanipon, it's absolutely devastating.
Yeah, because because you remember when we were playing, right? And I was throwing like these weird setups at Chun just because it takes so long for her to get up. Like compared to other characters, so things look even wonkier. So you just have so much more time to set up against Chun-Li with him.
So I guess Dudley's advantageous positions are even stronger, but it's the wall of buttons because Dudley's a jumper. And
yeah.
Chun quite effective at shutting that down.
This is an interesting match, the Yun Chun, just because I think Yun's probably a better character on some level. But like to optimize his play is nearly impossible, and so the low effort playstyle of Chun-Li tends to win out against the high effort playstyle of Yun.
I think that's fair. The amount of health he has, the classic glass cannon archetype.
Yep, so much more opportunity to mess up. Shouldered, yeah.
I mean, when I've been playing Chun, and I jokingly say that one crack beating kick super is a perfect unblockable. Like, that's the amount of damage that it does. It's the same with, like, a good Ganaken combo.
Right.
It does it automatically. It's very strange that they allowed this to occur. There's a really cool article about the location test and the testing process of Third Strike and how basically it was balanced in, like, a week.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't tell. Right?
Wow. They did a bang-up job, man.
crouch short is one of the most powerful tools for Chun. The max range crouch short, it opens up the crouch medium kick, the car throw, the back fierce, the stand fierce.
Yeah.
Like if you watch old Tokido Chun, he's just fishing for that crouch short all day.
Yeah. He's trying to land that sucker. Oh,
it sets
fuck.
up so many different options. This is a pretty historic match because I believe this was after AO, so the famous Daigo parry in 2004. This is 2005. But 2004, Daigo parries Justin Wong, and a lot of people assume that means he wins the tournament. No, he goes to grand finals against KO, and that's a match I would love to watch that with you.
Yeah, we should. We should.
Daigo KO is a ridiculous set.
I think we should watch some Evo, man. I think that should be next on the list. 100%. Let's watch some fucking Evo.
So this is the run back. I mean, sometimes you play a guy and he beats you in a major tournament and he lives on the other side of the world and you never play him again. These guys have history, and this was Daigo's opportunity to kind of make up for the fact that he lost.
Yeah, man. And Daigo, he plays Ken like he's not a third strike player. Like, there's just a way about the way that he plays Ken that it's not that it's bad or anything. It's just bizarre. Like, I think you'll see it. I think you'll see it in the rounds that he wins. But I mean, he's just a fucking genius, dude. I don't know how to describe it, but he's not doing Ken shit, you know? What the fuck was that?
I mean, just back throw. Okay, that meter.
You see that shit? Crouch short trick stand medium kick. This guy. This guy's, fuck, dude. That's right. Oh.
Yeah.
That's the trap right there. Fucking.
Classic Daigo thing.
Serial killer, man.
It's parry. So jabs are parryable high or low. So if you feel like your young friend is abusing 1, 2, 3, you can parry it high or low. That was a link, right? So the crouch medium punch can be confirmed into a cancel or a link, and the high level Kens will use a late link. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the most like when you see it, most times it is linked. But late cancel link, who gives a shit? It is a hit confirmed though.
Well, you can see there's like a visual difference.
Yeah. For sure.
And that, I think, missing in the games of a lot of American Kens is the importance of the crouch medium punch.
Yeah.
It's known as the Emperor punch.
Yeah, it's just hard to, I don't know, it's hard to put yourself in that. God damn, that was sick. But like I think it's for Ken players, it's just hard to put yourself in that high tension situation, you know, where like you're fishing for crouch medium punch and it's like you're trying to react to it. You know, I think that's like an uncomfortable thing for most players, so they don't even try it.
But the rewards, I mean, it's relatively safe.
It's I think the best technique that Ken has.
And that being said, I feel like it's, if not the most underutilized, probably one of the most underutilized techniques in third strike for Ken players.
No, it is. No, it is, and like you only see that like at the highest level of Ken.
Because you were talking to me about medium kick, and that's the one that people always want to learn. How do I confirm crouch medium kick?
You don't. Can. No, you don't. No one does.
You can confirm crouch medium punch.
Mm-hmm.
If I won SBO with Nuki, the smile, you couldn't wipe the smile off my face in the picture.
This guy
he's just like, I gotta take a shit. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
He couldn't care less, man.
Doesn't care.
He's like, where the bitch is at?
Oh, he's just trying to get a little bit of soy protein and a little bit of your girl. It's all he cares. He's just looking for the nearest hard surface to sleep face down on. Those videos are hilarious of Daigo and Evo just sleeping like in a tree.
Yeah, man. This guy's
so tired, flying across the world, having people. Can you sign my arcade stick? Can you sign my arcade stick?
The only safe place is a fucking tree, dog.
Just face down in a puddle, just anything to get away from the Gaijin trash. Just take me away from the Vegas crowds. Oh my God, it's Daigo! It's Daigo!
It's Daigo, man.
Going back in 2005.
Sign my bento box, bro. Oh man. Oh, fucking Daigo,
How the
man.
mighty have fallen. Daigo went from take your girl to let me have a hitbox. Take my pride.
Yeah, man, that's what happens. You're in this game long enough, it just takes you.
You either die a hero or you see yourself grow old enough to be the villain, man. It's that old idea. It's like everybody loved Jimi Hendrix, but that's because he died young. What if he stuck around and he was, 75 playing Super Bowl shows and stuff?
Yeah, it's true.
Daigo stuck around too long.
I mean, people still love him, man. This motherfucker pulled like, he pulls like 6,000 views of just walking in the streets of Japan talking about.
He's always going to be my favorite player.
No, me too, 100%.
I've gained more respect for Nuki because of his just total dominance of Third Strike. And I was always Kuroda's the best player. Kuroda's the best player. To me, at this point, it's undeniable that Nuki is the strongest player to ever play Third Strike.
No, yeah, I think Nuki's something special, man. He's something different, man. And just the way that he picks up all the new Street Fighter games and like does well in them. Like, you would never know it, but...
Street Fighter 4 Chun was good. His Street Fighter 5 Chun was good.
Yeah.
Like, there's old videos of him playing Daigo, and like he's just competing with Daigo when Daigo was at his peak.
Yep. It's just crazy, man. He's different. But I do think you're right, though. I think it's impossible that these guys get good casually, or just doing the same kinds of things that, American players do. I think they just... From what I've noticed, man, like, you go into an arcade, man, and they fucking play like nobody's business. Like, they're just fucking playing, man. They're just grinding. And it's like, imagine that. 5 days a week.
I work with a lot of new players, and they always have some sort of hurdle they want to overcome, whether it be this character or this player. They want to beat this guy in a first to 10, and they finally beat them, and then they move on and realize there's another guy and another guy and another. Like, we've been playing this game for a very, very long time. I've been playing probably, I think, actually longer than you, but there's always that one more guy, and eventually you get to the point where that one more guy is Nuki, then there's nobody else. It's like he's the final boss.
He is.
The last time Nuki lost?
Like anything, you mean? Like something, like a set? Like
a set or a singles tournament?
It's probably been a very long time, man.
It feels like never.
Yeah, it's probably been a very long time since he lost. I mean, I guess I don't Co-op Cup count. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I guess those best of ones are kind of hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the standard in Japan, but
yeah,
I've beaten a lot of people in best of ones that I'm not better than.
Yeah, but that's like the whole unfair thing about the way that Americans structure the tournaments. We've
talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
As a Urian player, I'm always open to thinking that it's going to take away some of the sting of me losing 3 out of 5 to your Ken. So
it's the truth, man. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like think of just somebody like Nuki's level or MOV, and you had the misfortune of playing one or the other in winners, in the winners bracket somewhere, and you're fighting your way through losers, and then it's like, oh, you got to beat one of these guys in a 3 out of 5, and then you got to beat the one that beat him in 2 3 out of 5s. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
You jokingly
what are we
earlier,
doing here?
I think it was the second Nuki came on screen, like 2005. Of course, this is why the game died. It's good that it died. I mean, I don't.
No, I didn't say it was good. It's like no wonder.
But it is a no wonder, and like it does sound like sour grapes or whatever. But like, there is a reason on some level that Third Strike is no longer on the main stage at Evo or really anything other than this fun little side project for the FGC that people tune in once a year for Cooperation Cup.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how the single game team tournament has found a way to take this game, which is like all old games, very, very, very unbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
It's made a way to kind of take it and allow it to be done in a competitive sense. And I do think that American Third Strike has missed the boat on how to make this game palatable and playable in a competitive arena.
Yeah, I think it's bad timing, and it's like not being willing to maybe have a dialogue about it, because I think now like games come out and people say, hey, like, should this be 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 all the way through, because some games just operate that way, and it's just more likely that if a game comes out now that the community and the tournament organizers will like kind of bend what the norms are in order to suit the type of game that it is. And I don't think Third Strike's a good singles game at all. At all. I think it's a horrible singles game. It's like, why play anything else other than Ken, Chun, or Yun? And there's a couple other characters that can do it, but if you notice, they all have the same kind of shit. You know, it's like the Dudley, Yang, and that's it. It's like set play stuff, you know what I mean? Like 50-50 shit that you can get away with.